Hey everybody, this is Pyrrho from Pyrrho's Pizza. Today we're going to be preparing a Easter Casatiello, a dish from Naples. The recipe we're working from is coming from the Italian baker from the late but great Carol Field. And we're going to be making a few changes by making the dough sourdough. And we're going to add hot capicola instead of salami, mozzarella, and some local Casatiello cheese from Ferndale Farm. So the first thing we got to do to make our Casatiello, got to get our wet ingredients. We're going to add 80 grams of water. Then we have to add our egg. We're adding 2 whole eggs. And then we're going to add 2 egg yolks. For this recipe, I'm going to be using 144 grams of sourdough starter. I'm using a younger starter so that I don't impart too much sour. Then we'll place this on the mixer. Use our whisk attachment. And we'll whisk it together till it's fully blended. Our mixture is fully blended. Add our flour. We're going to add 7 grams of sea salt. Swapping out our whisk with the dough hook. And what we're going to do is bring this together. We're not looking to mix it super intensely. Just enough to make a smooth dough so that we can start incorporating the butter. Pause it. Straight down the side of your bowl to get everything. You never want big dry bits in the baked goods. So after about 5 minutes of mixing, we've got our dough here. This is what it looks like. It's got a nice extensibility, a little bit of elasticity. Now we're going to add our butter. A lot of people, when they make brioche and rich doughs, they always wonder if any of this is ever going to work its way into the dough. And it does, but it takes time, so be patient. So we pulled the dough from the mixer. All the butter's nice and integrated. There's no streaks running throughout the dough. Getting my fingers wet. The texture of our dough is going to be kind of like this. We're not trying to get a clear, translucent window pane. You could do that if you wanted, but for this it isn't necessary. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this to about a 75-degree environment. We're going to let it rest for roughly an hour, and then we're going to do 1 or 2 stretch and folds on this dough, and that'll start giving it further structure. So now we're just going to do a simple fold. Get your hands a little bit wet, and we're looking to sort of stretch it out a little bit. There we go. Lift, stretch. One more time. On this side, lift and stretch. In the meantime, we have this prepared dough, and we're going to get ready to open it up so that we can fill it with our cheese, black pepper, and hot coffee. Check the bottom, make sure you're not sticking. Get ourselves a bread knife. Need it open enough to be able to put all of our ingredients. Start off with, take some fresh ground black pepper. If you don't like a whole lot of black pepper, you don't have to add it. It's not necessary, it's just part of the tradition. Here I have a little bit of mozzarella, and I have some of the Casatiello from a local cheesery. Now, I'm going to take our hot coppa. We're going to cut it. perfect. Separate it a little bit. We're just going to try to scatter it nicely. Alright, now we're going to fold it like a book. Gotta get out the air bubbles. Making a bowl, shape it, redistribute everything, get a nice tight wrap on the bottom. Okay. Now, we're going to butter this 2.5 liter souffle dish. You can also use a charlotte pan. Place it in here. Now we're going to let it proof. Alright, so our Casatiello has risen nicely inside of our souffle dish. We've got our oven at 400 degrees. We're going to turn on the convection. A little bit of egg white. Flake sea salt. Good. Now traditionally, these will have hard-boiled egg baked into them or stuffed into the top. Today I thought I'd try something a little non-traditional. We're going to shave some fresh cured yolk, and that's our Casatiello. Happy Easter.